On 1+1, one of the world's best-known environmentalists on the coming collision of rising food prices and empty stomachs, and watching the revolution in the Middle East. Hello, I'm Jane Hutchin. Welcome to the program. It doesn't grab headlines, but food prices the world over are rising. Perhaps that doesn't matter much when you spend less than 1/10 of your salary at the supermarket. But according to environmentalist Lester Brown, it unquestionably impacts on the world's poorest 2 billion people who spend up to 70% of their income on food. In his latest polemic published in the US Foreign Policy magazine, Lester Brown says the geopolitics of food is already contributing to revolutions and upheavals. The founder of the Worldwatch Institute is speaking with Lisa Miller in Washington.
Lester Brown, welcome to 1+1.
Lisa, my fun.
Given the title of your most recent book, World on the Edge, you would tend to be putting forward an argument, I guess, that we're almost facing a catastrophe in regards to this.
Well, things are getting a little dicey, and I don't think most people realize how close to the edge we may be. On the demand side of the food equation, we have population growth. That's not new, 80 million a year. That means there'll be 219,000 people at the dinner table tonight who were not there last night. And after a while, that begins to put pressure on land and water resources and the skills of farmers. The second thing is rising affluence. I mean, we've got close to 3 billion people in the world today wanting to move up the food chain, consuming more grain-intensive livestock products, meat, milk, and eggs. Then the third thing is, and this is primarily the United States, we're diverting a huge amount of grain into the production of fuel for cars. We harvested 400 million tons last year, and of that, 126 million tons went to ethanol distilleries. So we now have three sources of demand that we have to produce for. On the supply side, we have climate change, and it's very difficult to measure. I mean, crop ecologists have a rule of thumb for each 1 degree Celsius rise in temperature, we can expect a 10% decline in grain yields. But that doesn't begin to describe the whole thing, because agriculture as it exists in the world today evolved during an 11,000-year period of rather remarkable climate stability. I mean, there are a few little blips here and there, but basically it's been pretty stable. Now the climate system is changing. And so with each passing year, the climate system